What is up, everybody? Welcome back, my friends. This is Reality Files. I'm Demetrius. Today, high-level video on the chakras, on the subtle energetic system and occult anatomy, how the shit works, how we can activate a chakra, what are the energy centers, how do all these different systems work together. It's going to be, like I said, very high level. I'm not going into what color a chakra is and the correspondences and stupid shit like that. You can go watch a million other different videos. I'm going to give you the highest level valuable information I know in the simplest format possible. I'm an energy healer, psychic intuitive, and empath. If you want to talk to me, if you got some issues, you want to advance at the rapid speed, the highest rate possible, please Skype me, shoot me an email, or visit that link in the description. We can talk about it, help you, develop, heal, really whatever you want to talk about. Hit me up, I'm available. Anyway, this is going to be awesome. High level stuff, very valuable information. Let's get into it. Dimitri's back. It's going to go into the chakras. This is just going to go, I don't have the luxury of going down to the very basics right now and building up from that. I just want to go straight to the highest levels and let you guys know what's going on at the high end, so you can keep this in your mind, work towards this, and use it in your visualizations and whatnot. Each chakra is an energy center. It is the heart of a certain frequency, a certain color. For instance, the heart chakra is green, but the green color, the green frequency, that type of energy is not just stored in the heart chakra. Okay, it is stored in the field. You see how the chakra system works and how subtle energy works is that there is almost like a fluid, which is a density down, and then there's a field around that fluid. Just like an electrical current in an electrical line, there is electricity going through the line, but there's also a field of electromagnetism around it. This is two different planes. So in subtle energy, we're talking about two planes above air. We're talking about the subtle energetic, the almost like a fluid system, which is like lesser physical. You could think about it as, this is where the chi flows, this is where the prana and the meridians come into play, right? But the meridians connects up the chakras, right? The chakras being the energy centers, like heart centers for a certain type of energy. And what the chakra is when that chi, when that prana enters that area, it is vibrating at a certain rate. Okay, this frequency corresponds to all the colors in each of the 7 major chakras. Think about the chakra. Let's talk about the third eye, because I was just working on that, and I've opened my third eye chakra one time. So there's 7 pumps, 7 chakras, 7 wheels that move and flow energy, right? These are all connected by the channels, which are the meridians, right? The energy channels for prana and chi to flow through. All that chi and prana can get stored up in energy reservoirs. This goes into the tien system. But the chakras, the reason people think that they opened up a chakra or like opened up their third eye is actually just because they felt a negative energy bubble pop. They didn't actually do shit. Okay? And especially if that whole field is still dirty, that chakra will manifest and like spawn negative energy blockages, negative energy spots constantly, forever, right? Like, and more than that, to open up a higher spiritual energy center, to open up the higher chakras and fully cleanse the field, you need to have cleared the lower chakras, okay? Now, I'm not saying that you should only focus on the base chakra, then the sacral chakra, then the solar plexus, and like move up in that like chronological order. No. You can still go into each chakra, get familiar with that energy, get familiar with the field, and flowing prana through there, because that's important. Flowing prana through the entire body, activating the whole body. Now, I'd actually encourage you to start with trying to activate the full system and feel the full system and not just individual chakras. Again, this is a higher level video, but if you're focusing on the third eye chakra and your throat chakra, the whole field of the throat chakra and reservoir is still dirty, think about this. If you cleared any blockage, if you cleared any impurity from the higher chakra, what happens is that dense energy that you released falls down the system. It gets drained down. So a blockage essentially is a small speck, right? A super condensed, like almost block in the pranic flow, in the chi flow, right? It's a speck, and that speck manifests a bubble, a area of darkness, a area of lower density in the field. So when you clear a blockage, the field may clear out for momentarily in that speck, it will drop down the chi flows, the meridians, right? And it will go into the next reservoir where its density is more aligned. But if you clear debris from a pool of energy up here that flows downward, that debris flows into the next reservoir and sits there. So if you haven't connected all the reservoirs, if you haven't connected all chakras, right, and have fully activated from the ground up, there's no way you can maintain a open or cleansed chakra of the higher energy centers. There's no way, because the moment that you clear something, it has nowhere to fall down into. It has nowhere to flow out of, okay? So it's just going to be flowing in. And so if people are focusing a lot on their third eye, yet the whole entire energetic system is garbage, is complete shit, you're doing nothing. You are doing nothing other than building an awareness and familiarity with a certain type of energy. But you will not ever be able to activate the third eye if the throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, base, and full legs and arms aren't already activated. That's just how it is, people. We have 3 reservoirs of energy, 7 chakras that are portals and pumps for the energy, right, in this energetic system. So going into one chakra, what does it look like? If we talk about the third eye, imagine a purple light, an indigo light, right? And surrounding that, like literally like tentacles off of it, as if it was like almost like the center of a galaxy, is the field. As if you had a light in a big dark room, it would light up a sphere around it to a certain extent, depending on how bright it is. That light, the field around it, is swirling, is moving, right? Is shifting and transforming. So the chakra is pumping the energy through this, giving that field life, giving that field movement and flow. So when people talk about a blocked up chakra, it is not about the fact that like the chakra's blocked, it's that the field is blocked, okay? Because the chakra does get blocked, but hear me out. If the field is dirty, if your blood is dirty, right, your whole body becomes sick. But if your blood is dirty, your heart, right, it's hard on your heart. Your heart takes out all the toxins, and so does like your liver and kidneys and stuff. But so those organs also get built up, a lot of shit in them, right? But it's not about trying to clear out those organs if you have dirty blood still. It's not about trying to unblock a chakra if the energy field is still impure. It'll instantly get blocked up again. This is why I laugh when people talk about opening their third eye. And like opening like the third eye chakra, in fact anything above the heart center, is not some kind of like, you gotta eat these foods and do these things and overcome these issues. It goes well beyond this. It gets into super advanced energy work. It gets into heavy fasting. It gets into fasting from all consumption. It gets into it's very complex. It's not easy. And I don't think anybody out here is actually doing these kinds of things, because they would be speaking at such a higher level if they actually had opened up their third eye. I opened up my third eye for a few moments, and it kind of feels like a sword being pulled out of your skull, up through your whole entire spine, and you have to allow all of this to happen, like a million bee stings at the same time, without a single judgment or reaction to them, while holding 15 points of activation in your mind simultaneously, without dropping a single point, without going into a single spot of pain. Maintaining a flood-like consciousness when a million things are bombarding your senses. This is kind of like what it's like to try to get into the highest levels of this. But going back to the chakra itself, if you want to activate any chakra, this is how you do it. This is the base technique, the fundamental, essential understanding that we need to communicate here. And that is that light, that chakra, that pump, that wheel. You have to feel it. You have to be aware of that wheel, right? So you go into the chakra. It's kind of like your notification system to find out where all the energetic energy is of that color. So go to the chakra. Go to your solar plexus, the yellow chakra, right? Breathe in, compress light into it, breathe out, let light go. Do all these types of different meditations, but the whole point is you need to feel that center, and then after you have that pretty solid in your mind, so it's almost like second nature, you can juggle two things at once here, then you need to switch your imagination to imagining the field off of it. So when you're breathing in, you're imagining this field flowing through this chakra and moving around, right? And like connecting with the other ones, and when you breathe out, you have to allow the chakra where you have a very, like, you have awareness of, you can feel it, right? You have to keep it open when you breathe out. You have to allow energy to flow through it, and it's very uncomfortable at first. It feels very weird, and this is what you must overcome. You must overcome wanting to like judge, react, control the sensation. You have to overcome going into the spotlight focus. You need to maintain awareness and imagination of the full field in perfection. This is the key. This is the absolute key when we're talking about any chakra. Is you need to actually, energy work and energy healing, period. This is the major key. You must keep in your mind a vivid imagination of the energy in perfection. In perfection. You must imagine what you want and believe it, right? And know that it is aligned with truth. If you can imagine the field flowing fluid and try to bring your awareness into that whole entire field while maintaining the feeling of that chakra, maintaining awareness of what is occurring in reality, maintaining awareness of those sensations without a single judgment, reaction, attachment, or wanting to control anything. Pain, weird sensations, uncomfortable feelings, right? All these things drag you back down. You have to overcome those, maintain a firm imagination of the intention that is a purified, flowing field. If you want to activate a chakra and open it, you must go to that chakra, feel it, right? Start pushing light, pushing energy into that dirty sponge right there. And after you do that, after you are very familiar with that type of energy, with that chakra, now go into the full field, which goes all the way around you, right? And start to imagine that whole field flowing, right? And pulling itself through the chakra just being an open portal for energy to flow through. These two things is the base, the essential function for clearing any chakra. And this was kind of like a blueprint for understanding the chakra, spiritual energy centers, right? Subtle energetic system between the tiens, the meridians, which connect the chakras and allow chi and prana to flow through between the chakras being the pump for a certain color, and the tien being reservoirs for prana and chi. We're going to go into far more on this. Please drop any comments you have, any questions. I'll answer all of them. We'll be making a lot more videos on this stuff. Hope you enjoyed. Please hit those like and share buttons. Hit me up if you want Skype sessions. We can go through all this way more in depth. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Love and light.